Hello everyone, myself Soumya, Assistant Professor in CSE ML Department, MLR Institute of Technology. In this video, we are going to discuss about types of oracles. So coming to the overview of this presentation covers what is oracle, types of oracles. So the different types of oracles are software oracles, hardware oracles, inbound and outbound oracles, consensus based oracle. So first we should know what is mean by oracle. So an oracle in the context of blockchain. So we have different meanings for oracle, but in the context of blockchain and smart contract, it is an agent that verifies real world occurrences and submits the details to a blockchain to be used by the smart contract. So whenever the smart contract runs, for example, we will consider the previous example only. So I want to buy a particular stock whenever it reaches to 100 rupees. Then this information who will provide to smart contract, obviously from the outside world, right? So how it is taking this data using the oracle. So oracle is nothing but it is an agent which will provide the information about the outside world. So for example, the trustees can agree to release funds only when a particular set of conditions are met. To release any funds, an oracle has to sign the smart contract as well. So it will also take part in the decision making oracle. So there are different types of oracles as we discussed in the previous slide. So we can differentiate them, software oracles, hardware oracles, consensus based oracles, and inbound and outbound oracles. We'll see one by one. So the first one is software oracles. So software oracles handles information that is generally available over the internet. So we can consider the same previous example for software oracle. So why? Because on the internet, the information about the stocks will be available. The smart contract will connect to that internet and it will get the information from the internet to check the price of this stock. If it reaches to 100, then only the stocks will be bought. So an example could be the temperature in a city, prices of commodities and goods, the details of flight or train delays, etc. So everything, all these details will be available in the internet itself. So the data originates from online sources like railway reservation sites, e-commerce sites, or any general websites. So whatever the information you need, based on that, different websites will be used. So here smart contract, it is getting the information from the internet. So this is called as software oracle. And next is hardware oracle. So some smart contracts get input directly from the physical world. So you're not using any internet here. From the physical world, directly you're taking the information. So how we can take the information? Using some hardware devices. For example, it can be used to track the details of a car crossing a specific cross junction. So how we can check this? Using some sensors. By connecting some sensors to the car, we can get this. So from the sensor, you can get the data, which is called as hardware oracle. So where moving sensors helps. So here the moving sensors will help, and this works as a hardware here. So another use case is logistics, where RFID sensors are used to track the movement of trucks carrying goods. So if you want to track the goods, like how it is traveling, where it is traveling, under which condition it is traveling, you can use RFID sensors to track the trucks or goods, whatever it may be. So here we are using external sensor or external some hardware devices to get the information from the outside world. So that's why it is called as hardware oracles. So here the smart contract is getting the information from the physical world through the sensors, which is called as hardware oracle. So next type of oracle is inbound and outbound oracles. So inbound oracles provides a smart contract with data from the external world. So one such use case is automatic purchase order for the space if the space stock value hits a certain inventory number. So it is it may be anything, like you can use software or hardware, whatever it may be, but inbound in the sense you are taking the information from the external world. Outbound oracles are like an outbound integration that allows smart contract the capability to send the data to the outside world. So here smart contract is also sending the data to the outside world, which is called as outbound. So inbound in the sense it is getting the data from the outside world, outbound in the sense it is giving the data to the external world. So the last type of oracle is consensus based oracles. So consensus, we know consensus in the sense majority. The voting mechanism you're taking, based on the majority, the final voting will be considered. So to confirm future outcomes, the prediction markets rely heavily on oracle. So it would be risky to depend only on one source of information. So here you're taking multiple sources of information, and if majority of the sources are accepting that and less number of sources are, not accepting that. So whichever is true. For example, I'm writing something like 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So this is, these particular sources are telling that this is true, and this particular sources are telling that this is not true. Then majority of the sources are telling it as true, so that's why I should consider that. So whenever you're getting the information from the outside world, you should check. It will not be available only in one place, right? So even if you take the stock price, so we have different websites where we can get the stock information. So in one website it may be one thing, in another website it may be showing something else, like 1 rupee difference or 2 rupees difference, whatever it may be. It may not be updated properly. So whenever you take the information from the outside world, you need to get the information from multiple sources. And if the majority, whatever the majority of the sources are giving, that information should be considered here. So majority, whenever you consider majority voting, then consensus comes into the picture. So this is consensus based oracle. Whenever you're getting the information from the internet or from outside world, the majority, whenever it is true, then that information should be considered. So this is consensus based. So smart contract, it is connecting to multiple oracles, and majority, if the whatever the majority is correct, then only that oracle information will be considered here. So that is about this session. In this session, we discussed about what is oracle, what are the types of oracles, like software oracles, hardware oracles, inbound and outbound oracles, and consensus based oracles. Thank you.